Hello everybody, welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We shall start with our first participant, which is Felicia Chan. Felicia.
Good evening, Ajahn. My practice so far so good. I don't have question for tonight. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Keep up your good work.
Okay, thank you.
Equanimity, always equanimity.
Yeah, noted. My mindfulness and wisdom practice daily time also very good.
Yeah, whatever happens, stay with equanimity. Don't lose your cool.
Yeah, I noted. I'm very happy, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Pan Liman from Malaysia.
Ajahn, other than contemplating on anicca, dukkha, anatta, I also contemplate on the nature to relate what I'm experiencing within. For example, I relate the feelings to dog's poo. So when feeling comes, I try to note them and drop them rather than to pick up all the feelings and personalize them. Same as I don't have to pick up all the dog's poo. Yeah, so it is happy to contemplate on the nature and it brings peace and understanding. Tajan, that is what I'm doing also.
As long as you can stay calm and not reacting, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Stay with equanimity. Okay.
Yes. So I can continue to contemplate on the nature as at the same time on anicca, dukkha, and anatta, as long as it is peaceful and calm.
It is, but you also have to think of the other situation that might develop in the future, like your body getting old, getting sick, getting cancer, and dying. So you have to also prepare your mind to see it just like you see the weather.
Yes. So when I see that the car broke down, the parts broke down, then I also relate to the body parts that one day it will also break down. And if I'm upset with the parts of the car or what, then it will be worse when it comes to the parts of the body. So I'm contemplating with things that is happening around and relate it to old age, sickness and death in the body as well.
And also the 32 parts of the body, you should also keep it in your mind all the time when you see a body.
32 parts.
You see my skeleton, you see my intestine, you see my lungs, you see my heart, my organs.
Okay. Yes, I will do that. Ajahn, in one day when I was lying down, suddenly I see that the body is like a log, and it was so empty, but seeing that the body is just a piece of log, that was an experience that I went through one of the day.
It's better to see the body as the skeleton.
Yeah.
It's more truthful than the rock. The body is not rock. The body is a skeleton wrapped with skin and flesh and stuffed with all the internal organs. You should look at the truth of the body.
Okay. I will do that, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kok Sing from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. I have no questions at the moment. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, Anura and Ramya from New Zealand.
Good evening, Ajahn. I don't have any questions today for the moment. Yeah, happy to listen in. Yeah.
Listening to Ajahn.
Okay.
Okay.
Genso from Penang.
Nice to meet you again. So far, no question. Yeah.
Okay. Professor Ken from Biel, Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Tanajan. I also have nothing at the moment.
Good. Everybody's clear on everything, on every point. It's a matter of putting into practice.
Yeah.
Okay. Claudia from Nuremberg, Germany.
Good afternoon from Nuremberg, Germany, Tanajan. No questions, but news. We will move to Switzerland on November 1st.
Yes, I heard. Congratulations.
Yeah, and I'm very happy that I also know a very good Kalayana Mita in Switzerland.
Will you be close to him?
I think that we will have chances to go to the beautiful Dhamma monastery in Kandersteg. So we had been there already, and I already got in touch with 2 other Buddhist centers in Basel. So we will move to Basel at the border to Germany and France.
Okay, good. So you'll be in retirement.
Excuse me?
You're retiring. You're not working. You're not going to work when you move to Switzerland.
No, I don't retire. I try to continue the work with children with disabilities, but maybe only in part-time. So my husband got a wonderful job in Switzerland. He's working for a Swiss company in Germany, and they called him to the headquarters now. And I want to reduce my working time, but I would love to support children with disabilities again.
Okay. You still have the fire to keep working.
Yeah, I have to confess that I love to do social work, and it's a pleasure for me to support children who don't have the advantage that other children have.
Yeah, this is like we call Dana, charity work.
Yeah.
Good.
And I love to give.
Yeah, it will be a strong support for your meditation practice also.
Yes. I don't want to work as much as I do here in Germany, so I already reduced work here in Germany now. I may take off every Tuesday afternoon now, so I will be able to be more here. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. The work of the mind is more important than the work of the body.
Yeah.
If you have enough for the body, then you should devote most of your time, the rest of your time for your mind.
Yeah.
Because the mind lasts forever. When the body will have to end one day, but the mind continues on. So the work you put in the mind for the mind will continue, will remain with the mind until you get to Nibbana.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the destination of the mind. Final destination, Nibbana.
I keep it in my mind, and I'm looking forward to have a more calm life in Switzerland than I have in Germany.
Good. Okay. You have any question tonight?
Not at the moment, maybe later.
Okay. Go to Aparajita. Goes.
Good evening, Ajahn.
What time is it in Dubai now?
It is around 5 12. Yeah.
5 in the afternoon. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
5 in the afternoon.
3 hours behind me.
Yeah.
I'm 8, you know.
Yes, that's good. I'd also like to kind of thank you more than an immediate question, because my mother is visiting, which is very nice at one level, but always personal relationships are challenging. But you said something which I'm trying to practice. You said, be like a nurse and a Santa Claus. And remembering that is very helpful. So thank you.
Yes. It's better to give than to take. Just remember that.
Yeah.
It's better to lose than to win.
Yeah.
Good. Be humble and just let everybody do what they want to do. Say what they want to say. Or be ignorant or be stupid. Just don't say anything.
Just listen and let others.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's really helpful. And I feel much more calmer just listening, which is good.
Yeah. Okay. Any question tonight?
Not yet, but maybe I'll have one. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go to Alfredo from Sao Paulo. Where were you? You were away last week, right?
Hi, Bante. Last week, no energy here.
No energy.
Yes. The trees fall. Rain, and the tree falls.
I see. So you have no power.
Yes. Bante, you today you have a expression for neutral feelings. Bante, say to us the neutral feelings is upekkha, né? Equanimity.
No.
For jhana.
It's
for
different.
jhana.
Equanimity is not feeling. Equanimity is the lack of love, hate, fear, or delusion. The neutral feeling is neither good or bad feeling. You have 3 types of feelings. When you're good feeling, happy. When you're happy, this is good feeling. When you're sad, this is bad feeling. And when you neither happy or sad, then this is neutral feeling. It's not upekkha.
Yes. Upekkha is completely. But the normal for upekkha is the neutral feelings, né, Bante? The more time.
You upekkha with 3 feelings. You react the same way with 3 feelings: good, bad, or neutral. You don't react. You just merely know them and leave them alone. When you have good feeling, you don't react with like. When you have bad feeling, you don't react with dislike. You just merely know the feeling without reacting emotionally.
Yes, but when we are meditating, we not have bad feelings, né, Bante, or good feelings. The normal is neutral feelings in meditation.
I don't know. It's either one of the 3. If it's not good, then it's bad. If it's not bad, then it's neither good or bad. This is no problem. You just have to know that they are anicca, that it's constantly changing, and they are anatta. You cannot force them to come or go as you like. That's all you need to know about the feeling.
But in meditation, you have a state of no thinking, né, Bante?
Okay, so you have neutral feeling, no good, no bad. But then when you get to jhana, you have good feeling again.
Yes. Behind yes. The goal in Dhamma is the neutral feelings, Bante.
Not the feeling, the reacting. No reaction, no emotion, no emotional reaction, no love, no hate, no fear, no delusion.
Yes.
Because these are defilements you want to get rid of. If you love something, then you will be attached to something, and when you lose something you love, you will become sad. If you hate, when you run into something you hate, you become angry.
Yes.
So the goal is not to have love, hate, fear, or delusion. Not the feeling. The feeling you cannot control. They come and go. They keep changing. They are anatta. Anicca, anatta.
Yes. But in samadhi, when we are meditation, the normal is neutral feeling, né? But the normal is upekkha, né? But the normal is a state on no thinking, no words, no problems, né, Bante?
Okay.
Samadhi is not. Samadhi is anicca, yes, but is the goal, né, Bante?
No, not the goal. Samadhi is not the goal. Nibbana is the goal. Samadhi is not nibbana. Samadhi is temporary nibbana. You want permanent nibbana. You have to use wisdom to get to nibbana. From samadhi, you have to use wisdom to get you to nibbana.
Yes.
Or else you will have temporary nibbana. Samadhi is temporary nibbana. The goal is to have permanent nibbana. You have to move away from samadhi with wisdom.
Yes. A good sila, a good samadhi, and a good panna. Three, né, Bante? Three gems. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My impression that is the neutral feelings is the normal.
Feelings are impermanent. They keep changing. Good feeling, bad feeling, neutral feeling. They are anicca, dukkha, anatta.
They change a lot, yes, but they change a lot.
Okay. So you must not be attached to them if you don't want to have dukkha.
Yes, Bante.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Okay. You still have your bike riding experience?
Yes. Next month my group we do a travel.
So you want us to have good feeling from bike riding, huh?
Yes.
Be careful because one day you're not going to be able to ride, then you're going to have bad feeling.
Oh yes. I have a friend we my behind in motorcycle. A woman. Yes, in motorcycle.
Okay. Not forget she's anicca, huh? She's temporary.
Yes.
When she disappears, when she leaves you, you're going to be sad.
Yes.
So you should not be happy when you're with her, so that when she left, you will not be sad.
Yes. What do you think about hobbies, Bante?
Hobby?
Yes.
Useless.
Hobby in Brazil is a thing takes happiness to us.
Yeah. It's a waste of time. You should spend your time for practice meditation better. You get better.
Meditation for me is not a hobby, it's an obligation, Bante.
Well, you have to do it like a hobby. Give up on your hobby and take meditation as your hobby instead.
Yes. Meditation is an obligation, Bante.
Yeah, and a hobby also.
A hobby also. Yes, Bante. Yes.
It's the best hobby you can ever have. Better than bike riding.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Bante.
All right. Take care.
Thanks.
Alvin Lee from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajahn. I don't have any question at the moment, Ajahn. Just listening. Thanks.
People one from Idaho. No comment? Okay, we'll go to NG. NG. Were you from Malaysia?
Yeah, good evening, Ajahn.
Okay, go ahead.
When we pay homage to the Sangha, there's a word say Yadidam Chattari Purisa Igani Atta Purisa Pugala. And in the English translation, it said there is the 4 pairs, the 8 kinds of noble being. What does that mean?
See, noble. There are 4 stages of noble attainment: Sotapanna, Sakidagami, Anagami, and Arahant. These are the 4 stages of noble attainment. But they are made up of 2 parts: the path and the fruit. Mm-hmm. Before you can get the fruit, you have to walk the path first. Mm-hmm. So before you can become a Sotapanna, you have to walk the path of a Sotapanna. Path and fruit. So they become pair. So for noble attainment, 4 pairs of people, 4 pairs of noble. It's like before you can have your bachelor degree, you have to study for 4 years. Right? Mm-hmm. Studying for 4 years is called path, the path to your bachelor degree, and your degree is called fruit, or the result of your work, of the path that you did. So before you can become a bachelor graduate, you need to study 4 years. So when you study 4 years, you are considered to be a candidate for bachelor degree. So there's 4 levels of achievement, just like that. You first have to be a candidate before you can get to the attainment. Once you get to the attainment, then this make up 1 pair, 1 level of noble disciple. Okay, so you have 8 different noble disciples, but actually there are really 4 stages of attainment, noble attainment. But it takes 2 to reach 1. At every stage you need to have first. You have to be a candidate. You apply for a position, and when you get accepted, then you change from a candidate to become a worker or whatever you apply for.
So the Sotapanna is not easy to achieve, right?
It's not easy, not hard. It's just whether you know how to do it correctly or not. That's all. And you have to do it full time, not just part time. You have to be able to see that the body is not you. That's the main point. If you can see the body not being you, then you can give up the body. You will not have any fear for aging, sickness, or death, because it's not you who get old, get sick, or die. In order to do this, you have to separate the body, the mind from the body through meditation. You have to go into jhana. When you get into jhana, the mind and the body separate temporarily.
So for time being, for me as a lay person, when we meditate, we feel calm. That's enough, right?
Well, for the beginning, but you have to move. If you want more result, you have to practice more. When you come out of your meditation, you have to remind yourself that your body is not you, and try to act really not you, really believing that it's not you. So anything happen to your body, you should not get excited. Just say it's not me.
Not
If-
clever yet.
If somebody slap your body, oh, he's just slapping the body, not slapping me. So why should I get angry?
But still not up to the level yet.
Well, you have to train your mind to think like that. That's what you call contemplation. Not me, not me. Body is not me. Body is not me. So anything happen to the body, it doesn't happen to me. So you then put it to the test. If someone slap you and you say, "Oh, it's not me, not me. It's not. It's the body is being slapped. I'm not me. I'm not being slapped. So I should not get angry with that person." So this, in order to become a Sotapanna, you have to be able to separate yourself from the body. So when you go to a dentist and you pull out your tooth, you say, "Oh, this is not me, it's just the body." Practice relinquishing your body. When you come out of samadhi, you have to keep reminding yourself, the body is not me. And anything happens to the body doesn't happen to me. So I should not be affected by whatever happens to the body.
Okay.
You have to train yourself to think like this. And eventually you'll believe what you think. And then when somebody slaps you, you'll just smile and say, "It's not me."
So you'll be a very calm mind.
Yeah, you need to have a calm mind. That's why you need to have samadhi first. You have to have jhana first. You have to have equanimity first before you can apply wisdom to get rid of your defilement, your attachment to the body.
But Bhante, when the Buddha say we practice dana, sila, bhavana, so we have to be step by step, right? Like
That's
last
right. That's right.
try to meditate cannot, but now I can, but don't know why.
It takes time. So it takes time before you can get to meditation. Normally you start with dana first. It doesn't mean you don't have, you can do the three of them at the same time, but the easier one will be easily achieved first, then dana, then sila, and eventually you step up to bhavana eventually.
Yeah, but previously tried to meditate, but couldn't do it. But recently now I can practice meditation, and then Dhamma book will be can read more. As I'm short while they cannot read anything, cannot understand the sutta.
Yeah, it takes time to train your mind to practice. So just keep doing it. As you move forward, you will spend more time with meditation than dana. Sila is automatic. Sila, if you're meditating, you have sila. Right? Because when you meditate, you don't kill, you don't steal, you don't lie, you don't do any bad karma. So you have sila automatically when you meditate.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Bhante.
Next, Philip. You still in Phuket or you back in Malaysia?
We're still in Phuket. We're still in Phuket.
I see.
Yeah.
Taking a holiday, huh?
Yeah, more taking the kids out because it's a long, I think more than 1 week holiday for them. So yeah, I mean we do come here every year. So yeah, it's just like second home to take them around.
Yeah.
Ajahn, I actually have a question with regards to the precepts and it's I think a question of morality. With regards to the fourth precept, which is actually forced speech. Recently, I had a colleague which basically was going for surgery, and I think, and I know, I think, I mean, she would like to get well wishes or whatever, and I think my well wish would do her very well, and they ask, the person asked me whether would the procedure be good or bad, things like that. I mean, in truth, I also really don't know, and if I were to keep quiet, it's like maybe not giving encouragement or anything like that. If I tell the truth, I know the Dhamma. You either, I mean, you get sick, you either get better if the doctor cures you, or you get worse and die. So I can't possibly say that to this person. How in this type of situation, where you give an encouragement, but you don't necessarily telling someone or giving some person false hope.
Well, you have to decide for yourself. Let your conscience be your guide.
I mean, usually people say, get well soon. I hope. I wish that your surgery is not painful and things like that. I mean, that is almost like it's not true, Right?
But we consider well wishes not to be lies. It's just well wishes.
Okay.
I say well wishes to people all the time. May you be well, be healthy, be rich. May you live forever. And they say sadhu, sadhu.
Okay.
But this is traditional saying. It's not really lying or not telling the truth. It's just a way of readings or showing our loving kindness.
Yes.
But people know, they don't get serious with that.
Okay.
I always tell people you should live over 100 years, and they just smile and say thank you.
Right. So it's okay to say that I hope your surgery is well and you recover quickly. You hope. Say you hope,
but you really don't know what happened.
Okay.
But you say wish you get well from your surgery. Wish you have people come and when they travel, they come and ask for my blessing. I say, oh, may you travel safely. That's what I can say. I don't know really.
I mean, it will be inappropriate when the person is going into surgery and say, you may die, something like that.
It's 50-50. It's 50-50,
Yeah, 50-50, correct. So I don't think it's so encouraging. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand. Well wishes.
I think lying is considered when you lie, when you try to hide your fault, your mistakes. And this is lying.
Right.
When you did something wrong, you say, no, I didn't do it. this is lying for sure.
Right. So, like, for example, sometimes in a situation like a leadership role, and your staff or your colleagues or whatever say, are we going to go into in a bad situation? And then that it's going to be a bad situation. Say, no, don't worry. We are good. Is that also lying?
You don't know the future.
Yes.
What's going to happen? It's just your projection of the future. You think it's going to be bad, but it might not be bad as you think.
Right.
So you can say anything about the future, really.
Okay, understand.
Okay. But if you really want to be truthful, then if you don't know, let's just say, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, some people want to be very strict with their truthfulness.
Yeah.
Their conscience cannot tell them to say anything that is not true. Then you just have to say, no, I don't know, what's going to happen. Whatever will be, will be.
Whatever will be, yeah.
Okay.
Or we'll do our best or something like that. Right?
Hope for the best, expect the worst.
Yes. Okay. Understand. So the choice of words must be used with wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes. Understand. Okay. I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Okay. Gary from Singapore.
Gracious Ajahn, no questions from me right now. Thank you.
Okay, Christine Coe from Penang.
Good evening, Ajahn. I don't have question. Thank you.
Okay, we come to Indira and PR.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning from Toronto, Ajahn.
Yes, good evening from here.
So nice to see you. I don't have a question, but I also need to thank you about something. I live with my 91-year-old mother lives with me. And the same way the other lady thanked you, being a nurse and a Santa Claus, it really works. So thank you so much for that advice.
Good. Well, Pia, you have anything?
I always have something. Now when you talk about, I think you just mentioned that briefly, jhana. Now, this is like the kind of the first jhana or the second jhana. You have bliss of rapture. This is all Vedananupassana. I guess when we are moving from Kayanupassana of the breath, holding on to a perception of the breath, and going into Vedananupassana. So from Kayanupassana, first of the 4 foundation of mindfulness, you're graduating into Vedananupassana. I guess that's as far as we can go with samatha. But this next stage, the Chittanupassana and Dhammanupassana is part of Vipassana. You cannot be doing Vedananupassana, Dhammanupassana in concentration. It has to come when you come out of sort of jhana, for example. Even if you have the 4th jhana, equanimity, it's much easier for you to contemplate on this. Your plate becomes empty, like clear, non-reactive awareness. Does it make sense, Bhante? Do you agree with that?
No. When you practice mindfulness of breathing, this is purely samatha. You don't do any vipassana. You just merely watch your breath, and then the mind will gradually move in through the jhanas until it gets to the 4th jhana. You don't do any contemplation. You don't do any investigation. You just focus your mind on your breath only.
Yeah.
When you do vipassana, you have to do it when you come out of your meditation.
That's right. This is exactly what I said. It was the first 2 belongs to concentration, belongs to the first 2, Kayanupassana, because Vedananupassana is the jhana, like the first or the second jhana, where you have perception of rapture or bliss. So that's Vedananupassana, and that's where it stops.
You don't have perception of that. You keep watching your breath, and you just be aware of this thing that appears, and you pay no attention to them at all.
Oh, I see. Got it. So you cannot contemplate on, I see, got it. I see.
You just keep watching your breath.
Aware of it, I see, got it.
Until you get to the 4th jhana, when the body and disappear from your consciousness, then all you have left is just the knowing and equanimity plus peace.
Right. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. You do vipassana after you come out of meditation.
Meditation.
Then when you have toothache, then you use that toothache as your object of vedana investigation.
Yeah. So that's all contemplation that belongs to.
Yeah, and also letting go of it. When you have toothache, do you feel bad or you feel normal? If you feel bad, it means you still have defilement. If you feel normal, then you have no defilement.
So you're seeing that
it's just another phenomenon, like you have rain or storm. You feel the same regardless of the situation.
So just there's a rise and passing away, nothing to grab onto because it's a phenomenon.
Anatta, everything is anatta.
Yeah.
You do that when you run into the real situation.
So
like when you have stomachache, you have toothache. These are all vedana that you have to deal with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you personalize because of your personality views, the Sakai that you say, oh, that is my pain and that's my stomachache. But when you see as a second person, somebody else has stomach pain, you don't suffer that much.
Like when you're a doctor, you treat your patient. You don't. Do you suffer with your patient or not?
Yeah. No, that's right. You leave it to the patient, and you give medicine. Yes, feeling that hopefully they feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante. And also the other thing, the famous, I think we go back to the same over and over again. When you see, you only see. When you hear, you only hear. It was said to Daruchira in one instance in the Sutra text. Also, Mahamalika put like an older monk. And they both could like grasp this brief teaching because they already have practiced, probably they had samadhi, and they have equanimity already. So this is the Buddha is trying to describe equanimity. Do not react. It's like more like animitta samadhi. Like you don't kind of give attention to any of the nimittas that come in, like a signless. So this you have to have some sort of a samadhi state, like equanimity, before you kind of start to contemplate. You can't just like right away use this as a method of practice, right? You have to have
that's right. You have to have equanimity first. You have to have the fourth jhana and have strong equanimity after you come out of your jhana, and then to be able to see everything and leave everything alone. That's the purpose. Don't play with anything. Don't deal with anything because they come and go. They're like bubbles.
That's right. So that's a like a peaceful state of mind because it's less disturbance to the mind. Like at that stage, you feel even better than the previous stage of rapture because rapture is also disturbing. Here it's much more peaceful.
Yes, much more peaceful, much more happy. Bliss, much more blissful.
So even so, you can imagine what Nibbana would be with emptiness.
That's Nibbana. That's temporary Nibbana.
Temporary Nibbana.
Yeah. Lose it when you come out of jhana because your defilement start to work again, and you start to arouse you with love, fear, or anger.
So when people talk about
use wisdom, then you use wisdom to subdue or eliminate this love, fear, or delusion when you come out of jhana.
So it is like when you talk about taste of Nibbana, like the feeling of Nibbana is there, but it's not Nibbana itself. But some people talk about the sign or taste of Nibbana.
It's like a movie trailer. It's not a real movie, just a trailer. Okay.
It's not the real thing. Yeah. But it's a teasing.
It will tease you and attract you for the real thing.
It's a teaser for you to go further.
And also initially, it is difficult because you're in such a peaceful state, you come out, and when you go to the real world, it's even more disturbing till you really get the equanimous state and you learn to use wisdom to
you suffer a bit at the end with the conventional world, right? I guess when you come out. Because
you apply the Buddha's teaching when you come out of samadhi. You just merely see, just merely hear. No reaction to what you see or hear.
Then it becomes mechanical. So we can move on to the next person. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's okay. We can spend a lot of time. You still have more questions.
Yes, I have one more question. Okay. If you have,
sure, go ahead.
So when we talk about the impermanence, I believe the perception of solidity, Gana Sanya, or talk about, I think it's also found in Parisabhida Maggapali 1. They say, Shayanupasana Viharati Gana Sanya Padahati. In other words, perception of dissolution, breaking away, passing away things is the way to get through this solidity of perception. So till we get through to see the insight of the solidity of perception, we still cannot see impermanence properly, right? For example, the body, say 32 or maybe 31 parts of the body covered with skin. As a physician, you can see that we think it's called a body, but because it's parts put together, and makes as a solid object. But this is not a real solid object. It is a perception of solidity. It is an illusion of solidity because parts are put together. Just like a bubble, Buddha talk about bubbles put together, big soap bubble. It looks solid, but it's nothing inside. It's empty when you go to look at it. So this is the one main obstacle for impermanence, because once to see impermanence, anicca, dukkha, anatta, first you have to get to anicca. When you get through anicca, dukkha, anatta is much easier. Does it make sense, Bhante?
Well, anicca means things keep changing, not ever remain the same. So something solid, something like the body will eventually turn into the four elements when the body dissolves. Like ice cream, body is like ice cream. You put ice cream outside of the refrigerator, after a while it will melt into become milk. So too with the body. When the body dies, if you don't do anything to it, you don't cremate or you don't burn it, then the body will melt away like ice cream. The four elements will eventually separate.
Because it's in the fridge, you see as a solid. Because it's the conditions are, once the conditions are gone, it becomes liquid, and it can even evaporate. So it's our perception of ice cream in as a solid state, because it's a perception like illusion, right? It's not solid. It's just water and it evaporates. There's nothing there. But
that's why you should study the beginning and the whole process of the body from the time of conception. How did the body start? Start with the semen and the eggs combined. And then
we did the medical school.
Then start to build up the 32 parts. Then it's been expelled from the body, and it start to take in more food, more elements, and start to grow from babies to young, toddler, or so forth. Keep growing until it becomes full, mature. Then it start to get old and then it gets sick, and then it die. Then it return to the four elements. So this is what you want to see, the process of anicca. This is how you have to look at the body.
That too, we see as solidity because of the baby, the body, the cells which are growing is more than destruction. So therefore we see baby is growing, but the destruction is less than growth. So as you get older, the destruction is more than growth. So then you decay. But there's nothing. It's a continuous movement of things. It's not one thing as a solid. It's happening all the time, although we don't see it.
It's a process of integration and disintegration. When you first started, the process of integration is stronger than disintegration. But when you reach the middle point, then the process reverses. The disintegration becomes more stronger than the integration. So the body slowly deteriorates and eventually stop functioning. So this is the saying of anicca. Everything is like this. They have the three: birth and growth and death. Something appear and remain for a while and then it disappear. Everything is like that. Some process take longer time. Some process take shorter time. Bubbles takes very, very quick. Bubbles form and it disappear very quickly.
So I think it's a Pali say upado dhammayati vayu dhammayati kichatta anishitam. So change, arising and passing away. You have to perceive all three.
Rising, appearing, and disappearing. Everything.
Thank you.
But the time span might differ. For a mountain, it takes a long time for it to appear. It takes a long time for it to disappear. But for bubbles, it takes very short time. Our body takes 80 years, maybe sometimes. Generally speaking. So everything has the time span, but they all have the same process of rising, appearing, and disappearing. So If you have become attached to anything, then you will become sad, and the thing that you attach to disappear.
So your clinging is the process of suffering at the end of the day.
That's right. Clinging is the cause of suffering. Clinging is like cravings.
Thank you, Bhante. Sorry. I think we'll move on to the next person. Sorry, we took a lot of time.
We should be more concerned with what is near us. Our body is the thing that we should constantly be studying, reminding us of this process. That eventually one day we'll get to this point of dissolution.
So that's why the Kayanupassana, we start with Chittanupassana. We have to start with Kayanupassana because it's already medium.
Yeah, you have to deal with the body first because it's the most obvious. It's easier to see than Vedana. Vedana is not physical.
No.
It's mental. So with the Chitta, the same thing. It's mental. It's harder to perceive, to understand than the body.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you so much, Bhante.
Next, Willie from Indonesia.
Good evening, Thanajan. Today I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay. Go to Michigan, Pennsylvania. Suchart. Where have you been all this time? You've been away. Suchart, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me, sir? And, good evening today and good morning for me from Pennsylvania. Ajahn. I went to Thailand. I just came back last week.
I see.
And I would like to thank you. I think he's a couple, husband and wife.
Yeah, from Vancouver. Check and
to send to me. So appreciate and thank you so much. And I went to Thailand. I went sick. My wife went to hospital 3 times. While I'm there, I have chance to read this. And I have chance to read about that history about this. And so briefly, I just know quite a bit, but not really. But so I love that. But I'm gonna go through some more about that. Anyway, so I would like to say and thank you. I popped in. I went Thailand about 1 month, and I've been back. At just 105, 110 degree, I can stand too well about that too. So, anyways, and
where did you go in Thailand? Northeast?
North, Khon Kaen.
Khon Kaen.
Khon Kaen all the way to Nong Khai and Skonakorn. That we've been.
It's very hot now. It's very hot.
Yes, it is. I thought I can stand, but my body, it seemed to be. I just find out about. While my wife is so sick at the hospital, I sit down read the book, and one person behind the bed. It's because the bed is all together. Then I figured out. I said, "Oh, when you pass out or when you're gone, you can get nothing. You can't get nothing from with you." So now I figured out about that. I have to be concentrate about what you say and what you went through on this. So again, so thank you. Not questioned yet. So thank you so much.
Okay. Keep thinking of that. Remind yourself that you're gonna die one day. It's a good reminder. It's a good reminder because we keep forgetting.
Yes, a lot of forget. I thought I would be strong when I get there, and I said, "Oh, then I kind of muscle cramp." They said I don't have enough water, and after that, boom, went to hospital. I look like I face out anyway, but
okay.
So all right, then I will be back. I mean, I keep. Follow about this teaching. So thank you. Actually, my wife pretty much the same about history. My wife said came from my father, my wife's father came from China.
I see.
Yes, and
Okay.
so it's fully much. So thank you so much, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's go to Belinda in Singapore.
Hello, Ajahn. Ajahn, we talk about feelings, vidana, happy, neutral, and bad feelings. So when we do dana, we are happy. Like you put rice and then rice, the monk's bowl, we feel happy. So that sort of happiness we can so when we dana to the we dana, we feel happy, and so that I just say if you don't get a chance to dana, you don't feel happy. So that
No, you can be happy other ways also. Besides dana, you can meditate and be happy also. You can keep the precept and be happy also. So dana is just the one, not the only way, but it's the easiest way among the three practices. Getting happiness from dana is easier than getting happiness from keeping the precept. And getting happiness from keeping the precept is easier than meditating, getting the happiness from meditating. But you do whatever it is within your reach first. If you want to be happy, do some charity work. It makes you feel good.
When we meditate, we cultivate upekkha, right? Just we were talking to Alfredo, talking about what the difference between the upekkha and that neutral feeling we talk about.
Yeah, and they're not the same thing. They're different. They're like chicken and duck. They're not the same. But people, when they don't understand, so they put them together as the same thing. They think upekkha is neutral feeling. It's not. Neutral feeling is not upekkha. Okay.
So when we meditate, sometimes we are not happy, a lot of pain.
Because you haven't yet got the results. That's all.
A lot of pain, and sometimes when we feel good or feel peaceful, then we get attached. Sometimes we get feel painful, then you don't want to do, or we get some.
You have to remind yourself: no pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
Meditation for me is not something happy or not happy. It's something like you say, developing upekkha, more on that. So it's not all the time happy. There'll be days where it'll be like, waves coming. Maybe we watch and that. So when you say hobby, yeah, this is why meditation cannot be so easily for lay people like us. Like to usually we like to go easy way.
Yeah.
But yeah, having to dana and chance to dana, put rice in the bowl. It's
for lay people, they like to do dana more than meditating.
But at the same time, when we put rice into the monk's bowl, we can be very mindful. At the same time, practicing as well, right, Ajahn?
Yeah, you can practice some mindfulness. You can practice mindfulness all day long, regardless of what you do. As long as you keep mindful of what you do, you're practicing mindfulness. When you're taking a shower, when you're brushing your teeth, when you dress, when you eat, these are all, you can do mindfulness practice with all these activities. But you don't do it, that's all. That's a problem.
You get habitually think.
Because you used to
get essential.
You used to send your mind to someplace else when you eat, when you do something. When you do something here, but your mind's already somewhere else. But this is not called mindfulness. The mind has to be with the body. Then this is called mindfulness of body. So practice mindfulness of body. Keep watching your body. Then when you meditate, you'll find a lot easier and more easily achieve the result. The reason why people cannot achieve result because they don't have enough mindfulness. That's all. So the key to success in mindfulness is to develop a lot of mindfulness before you meditate, which you can do, but you don't do. You can do it from the time you get up. As soon as you open up your eye, you can start being mindful of your body. Check where is your body now? What it is doing? It is lying down. Okay. So when you get up and sit, you're sitting. When you stand, you say, "Oh, it's standing." When it's walking, okay, it's walking. When it goes to the bathroom to do whatever, you just keep watching it. This is what we call continuous mindfulness.
We are trapped by tanha, Ajahn. Oh, what breakfast to eat?
Practice by your own bad habit.
Yes.
You like to do too many things at the same time. You walk and you think about of that people, that person, or this person. You never stick with your body. You never stay close to your body. So if you want to have mindfulness, you have to keep the mind close to the body. Okay?
Okay, very helpful, Ajahn. Thank you.
Right. Next, Diana from Wales.
Greetings, Tanajan. I've had a very busy day, so I'm enjoying listening and absorbing the calm. So thank you. No questions.
No question yet. Okay, maybe later. Okay, go to Celia. Celia. I keep forgetting where you're from.
I'm from Peru, from Lima. Everybody forgets, that's fine.
Okay.
Good evening, Tanajan. My question is about my meditation. Wait, I have something here. I don't know. Sorry, I got a message. I've been doing the 5 subjects for frequent recollection and spending some time in death contemplation and then in Asuba. And it has been great in giving me some peace and calm during the day, especially. And I also noticed that I don't worry so much about things that before 1 year ago or some months ago would have made me very anxious. No? And I actually now look forward to meditate in the morning and in the evening. But on the other hand, I feel that I become less joyful. Like I used to smile during the day a lot more than I'm doing now, especially after I started meditating on this subject. So I'm more in a neutral mode during the day. So I always hear, and also from you, that meditation should make you happier. And I don't know if I'm becoming happier, at least in terms of becoming more joyful. So I'm not sure if I should do a little bit of other contemplations, of the contemplations that I'm doing now, and add metta to soften a little bit my heart. Or I don't know, you said before that only to do metta if it was a problem. For me, I don't think it's really a problem in terms of I don't have much aversion, or if it comes, it goes quickly. So I wouldn't say if it's a problem or not. So I don't know, could you please comment? I understand that there has been a conversation about neutral feelings, but I missed it because my computer was just turning off.
Well, I think your problem is that you haven't yet got the result of meditation. Yeah. So you might get some partial result, which is not yet enough to satisfy your mind, to keep your mind happy. And when you meditate, you have to struggle with your defilement. So you tend not to be happy when you meditate. It's only after you can achieve the result of meditation, then you can feel the happiness arising from the meditation practice. So I think this is you are somewhere in the middle. You're still climbing to the summit, but you haven't yet got to the summit. So you cannot be happy, really happy, when you have to do the climbing still. So it's normal when you meditate. Before when you're not meditating, you let your mind go with your defilement. You can always, then you feel happy all the time. See? Because going with the defilement doesn't mean you will go through suffering all the time. Most of the time you get happiness from going with the defilement. Only after when you run into difficulties, then when the happiness that you have with your defilement will turn into suffering. But when you switch from your behavior, instead of going with your defilement, you are resisting your defilement by meditating. So then you start to have struggle or conflict with your defilements. This causes you to have not so good feeling. That's why people don't like to meditate if they have a choice. It's like taking bitter medicine. So you have to accept that when if you switch your lifestyle to meditative mode, you won't get happiness right away. You'll lose a lot of happiness that you used to have when you were doing what your defilement wanted you to do. But if you keep persisting on practicing mindfulness and meditating, one day you might be able to get to samadhi, real samadhi, in which the mind becomes completely calm and still, and you find a sense of peace and happiness that you have never experienced before in your life. Then after that, you start to become joyful with your meditation. So I think by using contemplation as your method of meditation will not get you very deep into meditation. I think you can use this as a preliminary way of calming your mind. Once you get the mind to become calm enough, you should switch to watching your breath. Anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing.
So now I should continue just with this until I feel that my mind is really calm and peaceful, and then switch?
Yeah, and switch to watching your breath only. And stop all of thinking. Just keep merely watching the breath. And you'll find that your mind will become more peaceful, more calm, and more still. Eventually it will stop. Your thought will stop. And then you feel released. You feel light, you feel empty, you feel peaceful.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ajahn. It was just that.
Okay. All right. Let me see now who is next on that. Sulan, you're next. Sulan from Singapore.
Oh, hello, Ajahn. Nice to meet you.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
Oh. Hello, Ajahn.
Yes, go ahead, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, you can hear me. Okay, yeah. I just reflecting on what you have shared, and then I thought of today. I had a conversation with one of my colleagues about Taiwan. Then I told her that I saw the Buddha's relic in the Fo Guang Shan temple. Like it actually multiplied from one small round relic, and then I saw that in Fo Guang Shan they put it out for display. According to them, they said the Buddha relic from one multiplied to like one bowl of it. Yeah. Then after that, I was just wondering, because I heard that last time the Buddha had left behind many relics that was kind of kept in India, the stupa. Then after that, King Ashoka kind of redistributed them to various regions. Then right now there's only left a few that we can identify, but then the most of it are kind of lost in like ruins or in the forest. And then nobody know where is it. Now I'm just wondering, like what if say we're in the forest and then we step on the Buddha's relic? Isn't it very bad?
You step on the Buddha's relics?
Oh no, no. As in I didn't step on the Buddha's relic. But if let's say, because I heard that a lot of the Buddha's relic is lost and most likely in the, like say in the forest, like in the ruins, because like it was redistributed to like various temples and some temples became ruins. So I was just wondering if let's say we are in the forest and then we accidentally step on it, then isn't it very bad?
Well, just see what happens. Don't worry too much. The likelihood of you stepping on a Buddha's relic is almost impossible.
Oh.
First, you never go into the forest anyway, right?
Yeah, true that. But the idea of that.
Yeah, don't waste time on these crazy ideas. Spend more time on mindfulness better. Stop thinking.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just have this thinking.
Yeah, you just like to think. You just like to imagine all crazy things. Why don't you stop? Just think of Buddha. If you want to think of the Buddha relic, think of Buddha. That's the real relics for you.
Oh, okay. So in fact, when we see the relic, we should actually just go back to Buddha.
No, you don't know. You know, because the relics won't say, I'm Buddha's relics. That's good. So nobody will know whether it's the relics or not. Relics are just stone. They're just stone. That's all they are. People make such a big thing out of it, but it doesn't really have any real purpose except that to can't think of the word, to prove that there once was a Buddha existing in this world. That's all. That's what the relic's supposed to do.
Oh, okay. That's
to affirm the truth of the Buddha, that he once existed in this world, and this is his remain. That's all. That's what it means.
Oh, okay.
And it cannot do you any good. It cannot send you to Nibbana or send you to heaven. You have to do the practice if you want to go to heaven or to Nibbana.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So don't worry about the relics. If you want to worry about the relics, just keep reciting Buddha better. That's the real relics for you.
That's the real relics for me.
Yeah. Because it can make your mind peaceful and calm and happy.
Yeah. Because I felt that when I stood before that bowl of relic, then I kind of imagine myself that the Buddha is right in front of me and it's like just right in front of me, just that it's in a different form. I felt very happy.
Yeah, you're living in the fantasy world.
Yeah, living in the fantasy world. Thank you. Ajahn.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's all the questions so far in this room. So we'll go to Pula for any Facebook or YouTube question.
Yes, there are 6 questions from Facebook and YouTube. 3 questions from Payao. And the first question is, greetings, Ajahn. My deep gratitude for Ajahn and all the teaching. I feel calmer now. I meditate and can see that the body is different from our citta. I use anapanasati and realize that our body consists of elements. Can Ajahn kindly advise how to progress from this point? Thank you, Ajahn.
You just have to relinquish your body. Don't be attached to your body. The body isn't your property. The body is just something you use temporarily. One day you're gonna have to lose it. So be prepared to lose your body. Be prepared for the body to get old, get sick, and die.
And the second question is, Ajahn, I also realized that I'm living in a world of anicca. Everything is impermanent. Our body is impermanent, and everything around me also impermanent. After this realization, I have no interest in worldly things. Is the thinking correct? Thank you.
Well, if you go if you go live as a monk or a manchi, then it is correct. If you sing but you still live as a lay person, then it's not yet correct. It can be delusion. You sing one thing and you do something different, and this is not the right. You have to back up your thinking with your action. If you think this world has nothing for you, then you should go live as a monastic recluse.
And the third question is,ท่านอาจารย์ my third question is sometimes during my meditation, the image will come to halt. It is correct to ignore and continue to focus on my meditation object. Thank you, ท่านอาจารย์
That's right. Ignore everything that appears during your meditation. They are all mental fabrication, and they are distraction to your meditation. If you pay attention to them, you will not be able to reach your goal, your samadhi, your peace. Okay.
Next question from Kanti. Dear Ajahn, please let me know whether the mind is permanent or impermanent, or only Nibbana is the permanent. Thank you.
I don't know. The mind doesn't disappear. The mind always remains the mind. The mind is a knowing element. There are 6 things in the world that remains permanent. They are the 6 elements: the knowing element, the space element, the earth element, the water element, the wind element, and the fire element. These are the things that remain. But they interact or form with other elements to form people and things, animals. But then after they form, they will eventually deform again. They will separate.
Next question from Fan. Dear Ajahn, I'm practice meditation by using Anapanasati. The tip of my nose is feeling hard and uncomfortable. I was told to relax and hardness will be gone, but it didn't work, and now the hardness also happened in the daily life. Dear Ajahn, please kindly advise how can I solve the problem? Thank you.
You're not ready to use the breath yet, so you can use Bhutto. Keep reciting Bhutto instead.
And last questions from Jitta. Dear ท่านอาจารย์ bowing to you, I have come back. Actually, I did not tell you that a dog at Wat Yan accidentally bit me when I was there on the first day. Without rabies vaccination, the deadly window is around 10 days. So actually, I was practicing the corrections of death every day, and every day I was paying respect to you in the early morning. I told myself that this might be my last bow to you. However, I still felt that these contemplations of death was not so strong to me. It might because my life was not really in that dangerous level. Therefore, in the sutta, did Buddha give more details how to practice these corrections of death? Thank you very much.
Well, as long as you don't feel any fear for death, then you're okay. Just look at your reaction to death. If you react to death as normal, like you react to life, then this is good enough. But if you're still afraid, you still feel worried, anxious about death, then you need to do more. You need to calm your mind, to stop the mind from reacting to death. Train the mind to accept death, just like you accept life. Because there are the 2 sides of the same coin. Yeah.
That's all, ท่านอาจารย์
Okay. All right, we still have some more time left. If anybody would like to ask, no silly question like Sulan, okay? Something more practical, If anybody likes to ask more questions, you're welcome to raise your hand and unmute your microphone. I guess nobody will have any more questions. Okay. Anura, New Zealand.
Hi, thank you. So, question about feeling. So, the good or bad feeling, they could generate kilesa. Could the neutral feeling generate kilesa?
No, these feelings, they are natural phenomena like the wind and the rain. They are not kilesa. It's the mind reaction to them that create the kilesa. If the mind reacts with love, this is kilesa. It's considered greed. If it reacts with aversion, then this is considered aversion or hatred. So the defilement is in the mind, the reaction of the mind toward the natural phenomena. Feeling and body are all natural phenomena. They are anicca, they are anatta. But when you react with defilement, then you get dukkha. If you don't react with defilement, then you don't have dukkha. Like as the Buddha said, when you see feeling, when you experience feeling, just experience it. Don't react to the feeling with love or hate.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So that means even neutral feeling could generate kilesa with the reaction.
Well, sometimes you get bored with neutral feeling, but you want something exciting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Daniel.
Okay. So all three it depends on your preference, I guess. Some people react to neutral feelings. Some people don't react to neutral feelings. Some people react only to bad feelings or good feelings. Yeah. But neutral feelings, sometimes they don't react. They just remain not reacting. So we tend not to have any suffering from neutral feeling. We tend to have more suffering from a bad feeling. We usually react strongly to bad feeling, right? As soon as you get painful in the stomach or someplace, you start to react very strongly.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
One Liman.
Ajahn, if we are bitten by dog or snake, if we are not fearful, reacting in fear, can we treat the body instead of giving it up like that?
You can do either. If you want to keep the body, then you have to treat it. If you don't want to keep the body, you think it's a burden, then you just let it go.
Yeah. Before we finish the work on the path, we still need to continue to keep the body. If we are not reacting in a fearful way, we can actually go and seek for medical treatment.
Yeah, you still can. The point is not to have any worry over your body, whether it can get sick or die. You're not worried. You have no anxiety toward your body. Then you can do either one you like. If you want to keep the body, maintain the body, then you go fix it when needs fixing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Next up, Parachita.
Yeah, I just had a question. You mentioned that both Bhutto and the breath can be used for concentrating. Are there any other objects that can be used for concentration?
Well, if you look at the 40 Kammatthana, they are all objects for concentration, but they have different results, but you can use them. I think there's a group called the 10 Recollection. The recollecting of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, or deva, or death, or breath, or body. These are all the recollection objects that you can use for your meditation. But there are another 30 kammatthana that you cannot use. The 10 corpses, the 10 stages of corpse, you can use that as an object of your concentration also. If you just choose one part of the corpse that you like to watch and contemplate, and just watch that particular part of the corpse, a bloating corpse or a dismembered corpse or something like that. You have to find it out in the 40 kammatthana. Search for 40 kammatthana.
40 kammatthana. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And it will list down all the objects that you can use for contemplation. For meditation also, and some of them can also become object of your wisdom contemplation also. But usually when we do meditation for jhana, we usually follow the Buddha's recommendation of using the anapanasati. Okay. But in Thailand, a lot of teachers will use Bhutto. We teach the student to use Bhutto. Maybe it's easier because you can do Bhutto all day long. You can use Bhutto to develop mindfulness. And when you meditate, you can also use Bhutto to get your mind into samadhi also.
Right. Okay.
Buddha is considered to be called the recollection of the Buddha. If you say Dhammo, this is the recollection of the Dhamma. If you say Sangho, this is the recollection of the Sangha. Or some people will expand this into chanting, like Itipiso, Bhagawa. Then this is the recollection of the Buddha quality. So they have various degrees of practice, various variables of practice, but they are still considered to be kammatthana, object of meditation.
Thank you.
But the result may be different. Yeah. If you have to do a lot more chanting, the likelihood of your mind becoming still is not as good as just merely watching. Or just reciting just one word, Bhutto, Bhutto. But sometimes your mind cannot watch the breath or recite Bhutto. Then people rely on chanting first. Chanting long verses to calm the mind down to a level where they can then use watching the breath or reciting Bhutto. Okay.
So becoming sensitive and trying to work with the mind depending on how it's behaving.
Yeah, the mind varies from time to time. The speed of the mind. Sometimes it's very active, sometimes it's not as active. When it's active, it's very hard to calm it down. So you cannot use the Bhutto or the breath. You might have to use chanting to calm it down first.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is a matter of trial and error. You have to try. As you practice, you have to watch and ask yourself what type of kammatthana is appropriate for your mind this time. If your mind is angry, then you need to use mindfulness, metta. You have to forgive the person that you get angry with. If you have sensual pleasure, you have sexual desire, then you have to use asubha as a kammatthana to calm your mind down.
Right.
Because your mind condition keeps changing due to your defilement. So the kammatthana sometimes has to be changed to suit the situation. Okay. But study the 40 kammatthana.
I will study that, yes.
Okay. Good. Next, Elvin from Malaysia.
Ajahn, something not actually related to practice, more on a Vesak Day. I found out that Thailand Vesak Day is in June, whereas Malaysia is in May. Why is that a difference? Ajahn, I'm just very curious.
Can you repeat the question again?
on a Vesak Day, I found out that Thailand Vesak Day is in June, whereas Malaysia is in this next Thursday, May the 4th. Why is that?
Because the lunar calendar, some year it has 13 months. 13 lunar full moon. Like this year we have 13 full moon.
I see.
So in Thailand we celebrate the second, because we want to coincide with the rain residence. If we celebrate the Vesak in May, then 3 months later we will be entering the rain retreat, which is not yet the rainy season. So we will have to wait for 1 month. We have to move it back 1 month.
I see.
To get to the rainy season. Rainy season in Thailand, I think, start around July or something like that. July. So if we use May as the Visakha, then 3 months later, May, June, July. It's still, I think it's still considered to be in the summer, not maybe it's August that's considered to be the rainy season anyway. Every time we have the 13 lunar full moon every year, then the calendar will be moved one month. Like Magha Busha, instead of the 3rd month of the year, this year is celebrated as the 4th month of the year.
I see.
So Visakha, instead of the 6th month of the year, this year is celebrated on the 7th month of the year.
Okay. So because I from what my knowledge is, they said that I think this is what I was taught before, is the first full moon of the month of May. That's what I was told. Yeah. So
no, it goes by the lunar calendar. Usually, because during the time of the Buddha, they use the lunar calendar. See?
Right.
So Visakha fall on the 6th lunar month, called Visakha.
I see.
But some year the 6th, some year we have 13 months. And since we in Thailand, our rainy season fall on the 8th month. So it's 8 months, 2 months. I'm not sure, but this year, if we use the Visakha on the 6th month, then the 8th month it won't be the rainy season yet, I think, because it May to June, July. I think rainy season in Thailand start in August, so we move 1 month back.
I see. Okay.
But if next year we have 12 lunar full moon, then it will be 1, 6, and 8. The three major Buddhist holidays in Thailand. Magha Busha on the 3rd month, Visakha on the 6th, and entering the rain residence on the 8th month.
Okay.
So
because ours is next week, I think. Yeah, next week.
Yeah, our will celebrate on June.
All right. So there's no wrong or right? It's just like
it's just a matter of conventional decision, I guess. To suit the reality of the situation. We want to have the rain resident during the rainy season, not during the summer season.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Ajahn.
Okay.
Sadhu.
Okay, back to Anura again, Ramya.
So then, thinking about the contemplation of Deva, is it?
Deva, yeah. You can use Deva also, because some people respect Deva like they respect the Buddha. So they tend to be more harm toward these objects.
Because it can be kind of bhavatanha.
Because this 40 Kamatana, I think maybe exists before the time of the Buddha's enlightenment. Because the practice of samadhi was already there before the time of the Buddha's enlightenment. The Buddha only discovered the vipassana level of practice that no one knew how to do, the wisdom level. But before the Buddha's enlightenment, there were people already practicing the samadhi or the jhana, and they used the 40 kammatthana as the objects of their concentration. The Buddha discovered the four noble truths and the 3 characteristics of existence.
We should not do Deva contemplation. Contemplation of Deva is something before Buddha's time, so it's not something we should do.
Yeah, because many people in India respect the Devas, and Vishnu and all the gods. So by contemplating on them can calm their mind also. Like people in Thailand look at the Buddha like a god, so they use Bhutto. But for you who have no experience with the Buddha as a god, you might find it difficult to calm your mind with Bhutto. So you might want to use death instead. You're thinking of death can calm your mind very quickly also.
Qualities of Buddha. Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you.
Okay. Kula, you have more questions from Facebook? Okay.
There are 2 more questions from Facebook,ท่านอาจารย์. The first question is from Lion Fong. Dearท่านอาจารย์, how can we differentiate neutral feelings from equanimity?
Well, if you have no equanimity, how can you differentiate? You have to have equanimity first before you can differentiate from the neutral feeling. So you can almost tell every time what you see, just neutral feeling, not equanimity, because you never have equanimity. So it's all neutral feeling to you.
And last questions from Lee Tet Hua. Hi,ท่านอาจารย์. Sometimes I feel that my character is very different from others around my age. I have this feeling that I'm not good enough. Sometimes I even feel that I don't belong to this world. Is there something wrong with this way of thinking? What should I do to improve myself? Thanks.
You should calm your mind and stop thinking this way. Use meditate or use mindfulness to stop your mind from thinking. Mindfulness of Buddha or mindfulness of body. Stop thinking, because your thinking is delusional.
That's all,ท่านอาจารย์.
Okay. Let me go back to the first question. How do you differentiate neutral feelings from ubekkha? Well, if somebody stole your money and you don't react, you say, okay, no problem, then that's ubekkha. Or if somebody slap you and say, okay, no problem, then this is ubekkha. Even though you have painful feeling, when somebody slap you on the face, you got painful feeling, right? When your mind has ubekkha, you say, okay, no problem, I forgive you. Then this is ubekkha. Okay, understand? How do you differentiate ubekkha from feelings? Okay, Belinda.
Sometimes when we meditate and we get body pain or physical pain, and we watch or observe the pain, and after some time, it becomes neutral. The pain no longer feel pain. At that state, is it a process of cultivating upekkha, Ajahn?
If you're not
we
reacting
just
to
watch.
if you're not reacting, then you're cultivating upekkha.
So we watch and then we patiently looking at it.
Yeah.
And then if it's transformed to neutral or become better, then it's also the process of cultivating upekkha.
You should also see your reaction when the painful feeling change into neutral feeling and you start to feel happy, then you're reacting again.
Yes.
You should not react. You just merely know.
And then also to understand that it's anicca, it may come back again.
Right, and it's anatta. You cannot force it, tell it when to come or when to go. It comes as acid-like and it goes acid-like. It's like the wind. Okay. Everything is natural phenomena. Anatta. No self-driven phenomena. Everything is natural phenomena. Natural-driven phenomena. No self-driven phenomena. Nobody's driving this phenomena. Okay. Yeah, our goal is to cultivate upekkha, to remain not reacting to anything, because that's the best position for the mind. And the mind is not reacting, and the mind is happy, peaceful and happy. But when the mind reacts, it will start to get agitated or restless or irritated, which is dukkha. When the mind doesn't react, it remains calm. That's nibbana of samadhi. Okay?
Thank you, Ajahn.
But temporary nibbana. Okay. Until you can remain permanent upekkha, then you have nibbana. If you can remain with upekkha, with every situation, then you have nibbana.
And thank you, Ajahn, for being with us every week.
Okay.
It's a difficult journey. It's a rough sea, Ajahn. Although it's delusion, but we still haven't crossed the ocean. Thank you.
Well, if you keep swimming, you'll reach the shore one day. Yeah. Keep trying. Yeah. Wherever there's a will, there's a way. Okay. The Buddha tried for many lifetimes before he became a Buddha. He never gave up his effort, his endeavor. So we should never give up our endeavor. Just keep pushing ourselves. Don't be lazy. Don't be distracted by other activities. Always come back to your meditation practice. Okay. Well, looks like that's about it for tonight. Huh? Anybody else? Okay. Kanti, Kapiyam, you raise your hand. No? Okay. Nobody, okay. Do we have a troublemaker, Kanti, Kapiyam? Better not, huh? Yeah, I think we have troublemaker. Okay, I think that's about it for tonight then. Okay. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting can help you and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and good night and goodbye.
กราบสาธุค่ะ
Thank you,
Thank you,
Praja.
Tanajan.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tanajan.
Good night, Min. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
ขอบคุณครับ
อนุโมทนาค่ะ สาธุ